After the holidays, there's so much to clean up and get ready for the coming year. This leaves me exhausted and a lot of things falling off my to-do list. It's time to lock in, and Omaha Steaks delivers everything you crave to reset after the holidays. An order from them means having high-quality Omaha steaks on hand at all times. I'm a big meat lover myself, and I always go with medium rare. But there's also plenty of poultry and other options available. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. A family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their end-of-season sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code YUM at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com, promo code YUM. Terms apply. See site for details. Go to www.omahasteaks.com to get 50% off site-wide during their end-of-season sale and use promo code YUM at checkout for an extra $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply. Thanks to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring us.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Evening, boys.
Evening, Sally. Welcome to The Chatting, your local pubcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Kirk.
I'm Mark.
And I'm the other Mark. 3 pints, Sally. And what are you having?
I'll have a beer shandy.
Cheers. I'll fetch him over.
Evening, boys.
Evening, Rob. We all right?
I'm fantastic. Are you?
I'm very good, thank you very much.
I'm not.
Oh dear.
Listen, listen, I tell you what, my New Year's not started well. I've only bloody crashed the car.
Oh my God, what have you done?
I mean, I don't even know it. I'm so angry. I've calmed down now since crashing my car. But I mean, front ends, it's a right mess. I've took video, I've got dash cam of it.
Okay.
I've got picture.
We've got questions.
Yeah,
go on. What?
Okay, first things first. Is everyone all right?
Well, we're only me in it, so
right.
but I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's not any less relevant. If you're all right, that's the big thing. I mean, you look in one piece. So.
Yeah, I am in one piece, yeah.
You don't look as ugly as you looked last time we saw you.
It's not done out to my face.
And everybody else is all right?
Yeah. I didn't knock any. I didn't. I mean,
there's no fatalities, is there?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, the car's like crashed and stuff, but I've not run anyone over. I've not knocked anyone down. It doesn't involve anybody else.
Right.
Only involves me. It was me in the car.
Okay. And you've not smashed into another car?
No, I've not smashed into another car.
Right,
no. But I mean, it's. I'm so angry. I mean, I'd finished a gig, and it had happened after a gig, on a very frosty night. But I mean, cars. I mean, you should see it. It's just. A mess.
So what happened then? Because if it's involved no other cars,
yeah.
What happened to this smash?
Well, okay. Well, listen. I finished my gig.
Yeah.
I came out of my gig. I was DJing in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Came out of my gig. I was parked in a car park. Right. And so it was a little bit on a slope, but not much of a slope. It was a little bit icy because type thing. But I didn't think nothing of it. Because I'm not falling over. Got in the car.
It's like your barometer.
Yeah, that's my barometer.
I didn't think anything of it because you know what? I was still standing. I was still 2 feet.
well, at my age, that's how I base it off. Because if I fall over, I mean, I could break my arm. I've got to be super careful.
Yeah.
So got in the car, sorted it up. All those. What's a bit puzzling is it was very, very frosty, but my windscreen were all right. I didn't need to scrape it, but anyway, that's fine.
So not that frosty then.
Well, exactly. I didn't think it was that frosty.
Well, no, 'cause you didn't fall over.
I didn't fall over. But it was quite slippery on underfoot, as they say. So I got in car.
For your Skechers. Bit slippy for your Skechers.
I had got my Skechers on.
Yeah,
that's all I wear, Skechers now. I've got 3 different pairs. Depending on what, I've got a white pair. I've got like this pair I'm wearing now because I've got a pair on there. Anyway, so I get in car, started up, and I set off. Bearing in mind I'm in a car park, so I'm not going that fast. I'm not like
Boy racer days are well done. They're well gone.
I set off. I'm sort of going down this little what do you call in car park? You don't call them roads, do you? What do you call the bits in car parks that you drive on?
The car park.
But not. I'm not. Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, there's lines, isn't there, in the car park?
Yeah.
But then there's
the parking
You mean
bay.
the parking bay? Yeah.
Yeah, the parking bays. What do you call the bits you drive on then?
The car park.
The car park.
Really?
The whole thing is the car park.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're driving
and you park in the bays.
Yeah. So what's the bit you drive on then?
So you would say
On
I was
in the lane.
driving through the car park.
Yeah. I was driving in the car park.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was, but I weren't driving in the bays. If you know what I mean.
No, you were driving out of the bay,
Okay,
right?
I was driving out the bay, but where the exit is, people who'll listen will understand what I'm saying. Where the
You
exit,
reckon?
No, they will. Where the exit is, right, you have to sort of go round the one-way system of the car park. But the bays are empty because this is 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So the bays are empty. So I'm like, well, I'll just go across the bays because there's no cars there.
Yeah.
So I drive it. So anyway, as I sort of slightly turned to go there, I then realised, bearing in mind I've come out my bay within 4 seconds, I'm realising that I cannot turn, nor can I brake, and I'm just sliding.
Okay. So just for context then.
Yeah.
So if you've just pulled out of a bay.
Yes.
And you're not a boy racer, right?
No.
So, and it's happened pretty much straight away.
Yes.
How fast were you going?
12 miles an hour.
Okay.
Something like that. But obviously I weren't going 12 miles an hour because I was braking. But I would just, I was trying to brake, but it weren't braking. I would just then sliding then at this point.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm gonna hit this wall. And there was a wall, a little wall, not a bit. I don't mean like a brick 6-foot wall.
Yeah.
Just like a flower bed wall. You know, flower beds. There's a flower bed. I mean,
We've gone from a wall to a flower bed.
Well, it's a flower bed. It's a wall. It's a flower bed, but obviously it's a
walled
flower bed.
Flower bed, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to hit this flower bed thing, and I just smashed straight into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would a better word maybe be bumped into it?
Well, maybe, but I felt like I crashed into it because it wobbled my dash cam, and you'll see it.
Another barometer.
Yeah.
How severe was
the
Mark?
wobble?
Was this? Well, it wobbled my dash cam.
Well, it wobbled it enough to move. Because dash cams, it's got like a little turning knob on it where it sort of cranks it, where you can put in different. It cranked it out of its position, so it's sort of pointing upwards to sky a little bit.
The victim has broken bones. Well, I don't know how that's happened, officer, because the dash cam didn't even wobble.
Yeah, didn't even tremor.
That's something I would maybe say. So I crashed into this wall. I'm like, great.
Bumped.
I think. Listen, I mean, I got good job. I got my seatbelt on. That's all I'm saying. I mean, because I had got my seatbelt on at that point. So anyway, crashed into the wall, and I'm like, great. But listen, it could have been worse. I could have knocked someone down. I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the morning in a car park. That weren't going to happen. But I could have hit another car.
Yeah.
And that would have been a whole level of, now what?
Okay, so how's the car?
I've not come in tonight. It's in garage.
Oh.
So
in your garage?
No, in the garage where I'm having it repaired.
Right.
So they've had. It's. I think it's.
So you've gone through insurance and it's getting sorted.
Kind of. Yeah. It's all but a lot of money. It's annoying. So,
right, what is it? A lot of money for your insurance premium or for your insurance?
Well, this I think it's going to be about 2,800 or something
for the fix, for the repair.
For the repair, yeah.
But you're not going to pay that, are you?
No. Well, I was going to pay because I thought it was more superficial.
Yeah.
But in garages, you go, oh well, this is, and there's that, and then there's this. and this is expensive, and this nut here. This nut's £300, you know, it's that sort of stuff. Like, it's a special nut. You know, there's all that going off.
I'm always a bit like, mate, I don't need to know this because I'm not paying for it. What? Did someone just speak?
I think you were an Alexa.
We're an Alexa, yeah.
An Alexa?
Is that Sally's Alexa behind bars?
Must be. Anyway, carry on.
Carry on. Sorry, what were you saying, Bob?
I forgot.
You were saying about insurance.
You were saying you don't pay for it.
They're telling you how much things are cost. I'm like, look, I'm just going to pay a premium and they'll pay for it. Unless it was something like if I had a little bump and...
Well, I didn't. I crashed it.
Well, all right. I crashed.
Yeah.
And I crashed into the back of someone.
Yeah.
Right. My fault. And I acknowledge it's my fault.
Have you had an accident then?
No.
Oh.
And I have...
You're talking about before. I thought you meant now.
No. And if I had, then I'd, and they say, how much is the damage? Got to think, it's 500 quid or 600 quid.
Yep.
I'm probably likely to say, do you know what? I'll stump that and I'll just pay for it myself. Because as we know, premiums go up when you've made a claim and all that.
Yeah.
But at 2,800 quid, I think you just said.
Yeah.
At that limit, nah, I wouldn't. Because it's probably going to put your insurance up by 100 quid.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe a bit more, but not much more. And for 2,800 quid, you're talking...
I'd definitely say anything more than like 900 quid, 1,000 quid, then that's what you pay insurance for.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what...
Well,
why pay for insurance? Well, no, you have to
third
legally,
party, don't you?
Yeah.
I would contemplate just paying it myself because there's no damage to the actual engine because it's just superficial. It's just bumper stuff.
Well, I know you were going 10 mile an hour in a car park.
Well, exactly. There's not that much damage.
It's a flower bed.
That's my point. That's why I'm thinking I'll pay for it myself. But like when he's going, well, this whole bumper needs changing. This is £800 for a bumper, just a bit of plastic bumper. I'm like, what, really? So it's a bit annoying, really, isn't it? But yeah,
as long as you're all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just what I start to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the greatest, is it?
No. But
however, talking about starts to the year, we had an email.
Okay.
Just after Christmas.
Oh.
It's from a gentleman called Stuart.
Oh, okay. Hi, Stuart.
Hello, Stuart. Yeah.
It went like this. As we end the year, or actually it must have been before Christmas. It must have literally been just before Christmas.
Have you not read this email before you started reading it?
I have, yeah, but I forgot it started like this. As we end the year, can I say a big thank you for making this podcast each week? Love it so much and just had to join Patreon as soon as you mentioned it. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, yeah. It's a pity not every listener goes... says the same thing.
Yeah. Have we told you that we're now on Patreon? Because if we haven't, we are. Anyway, can I also say a massive thank you to Kirk from the bottom of my heart?
What's he been doing?
Your New Year resolution and talking about keto made me give it a go in June. Since then, I've managed to lose 9 stone.
Wow.
Although I've probably put most of it back on this Christmas.
Sure he hasn't. You might feel as though he has.
Yeah.
But...
I plan on continuing in the new year and hope to lose enough weight to do a skydive for Macmillan, as they have helped my wife so much this year since our bad news in February. Although everything is looking up and bright now. Please continue to make this podcast, as I'm not sure you guys know how positively you affect everyone who listens in different ways. 30 stone in June to 21 stone now, thanks to Kirk's inspiration and keto.
Wow.
Well, that's amazing.
That is good to hear. That's lovely to hear.
That's
really
amazing.
good stuff.
Unbelievable.
And I'll start by saying, bloody well done.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to lose weight. I've struggled with it for years and years and years. And I tell you something, to lose that kind of weight in, what did he say, June?
Yeah. That's a short amount of time.
That's mental.
Yeah.
7 months. 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing wrong then, Kurt?
I know. Tell me about it. No, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And well done. Because I know how hard it is. I know there'll have been times in that 6 months where it would have been very, very tough. There'd have been times when you'd have felt as though you've missed out. There'd have been times when you'd have thought, why am I doing this? And stuff like that. So the fact that you've stuck with it, the fact that you've really obviously invested absolutely everything into it.
Yeah.
To be able to lose that kind of weight is incredible. Well done, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. A massive well done.
I mean, I'll be honest, right? There's the pic. He's put a picture on of before and after.
Oh, was it? Oh, right, okay.
Genuinely, I'm not just saying this, Stuart. You look 20 years younger.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You've seen, I think that.
Oh,
you
yes,
see that
I've
there?
seen that one. Yeah, that is a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, massive. I mean,
and I don't think that's a big coat he's got. I mean, he's got a big coat, but that's not. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't you?
Yeah,
he is
absolutely. I mean,
there's
Stuart,
a difference.
When you listen to this podcast, if you get in contact with us and give us permission, we'll share this photo on our socials because honestly, you should. It's incredible. Really is incredible. Well done, mate. And I hope you continue to carry on if that's what your goal is. I hope you carry on and achieve your desired weight. Amazing.
And that's got to be a first for us. We've actually inspired someone.
Yeah.
I mean,
what is even more amazing that I never actually kind of registered the first time I read it, in that it actually combines our two resolutions in one.
Oh, the parachuting thing. Yeah, that is good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, you've certainly done a better job than me, Stuart. I haven't done too bad the last year. I know I set myself a goal of losing 5 stone.
Yeah.
I lost 3. So it's some of it through keto. But then I got to the point where I just look, as I said before, and I'm sure as Stuart would attest to, keto is brilliant. It clears the mind. It regulates. There's so many health benefits to keto. However, in the end, I found it just a bit too
limiting.
I wouldn't say necessarily limiting, but it's the hidden carbs that I really struggled with. So actually, I thought I'd struggle with like cutting out pasta because I love pasta, and I thought I'd really struggle with like cutting out pasta and stuff, or bread or whatever. And actually, that weren't the thing that I struggled with, because there's actually a lot of really good substitutes on the market, like endame soybean pasta,
Yeah.
And it were really good, and the I found it, that sort of stuff, all right. It was the hidden stuff. So like, for instance, peppers, yeah, peppers, loads of carbs.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Lettuce, iceberg lettuce.
Wow.
Carbs. So all of a sudden,
Hang on. So you can't have iceberg lettuce?
No.
not on keto, no. Well, you could have maybe a bit of it.
That's. I mean, I don't. I know you've listen. I know you spoke about it, but I don't really get the keto thing. But iceberg lettuce is making you fat. Is that is that what's going? I mean, what's going off with lettuce?
No, because and I'm not going to go through it all again.
I know you're not.
But what I'm saying is that keto is about the reduction or elimination of carbs. Simple as that.
I know. Listen, I know that, and you've explained. But I'm quite a simplistic guy, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to eat lettuce. But
which is great. And if all you ate was lettuce, then you would lose weight.
Yeah.
From a calorie point of view, but you'd never enter ketosis.
What?
I'm not going to.
Let's not go there.
You should have listened the first time round.
Yeah, or listen back to the episode.
But yeah, that's what I struggled with. So, like, for instance, I could make a bolognese, for instance, one of my favourite things to eat ever, and that's fine because I could load it with meat and stuff like that, and all that. Obviously, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, but I can't put peppers in it.
Yeah.
Or mushrooms. Like, how weird is it that white mushrooms contains carbs, chestnut mushrooms don't?
Yeah.
It's fine. I could just eat chestnut mushrooms, but I just found it a little bit stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful.
Yeah.
So obviously I then moved away from there more into a calorie controlled, then moved away from there into fasting. And then, lost 3 stone. Felt better for it going to Disney and stuff. Felt much better for it. I know I didn't hit my 5 stone target. So I know I did say that I would give money to charity, but do you know what? I think 3 stone is a good effort.
Yeah.
But I don't want to ignore it completely. So I have said that this year I'll do something to raise money for charity as opposed to just giving it. So I want to walk the Yorkshire 3 Peaks again.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
I've done it before. Did it a few years ago.
Yeah, we talked about it, haven't we?
Yeah, tough, very, very tough. I cried 3 times doing it.
Are we allowed to come on this walk?
Yeah.
Hang on. Well, I don't want any of this wee business. Don't rope me into it. I'm not doing out for charity here with him. Over you. Walking.
Listen,
I'll do stuff for charity, but not walking.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
Carry on.
Don't bother. Leave it. Let's just leave it there. You get off in your walk, Kirk.
So yeah, I've always thought to myself I'd like to try it again. To try and enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. That it was very stressful last time because I constantly thought I weren't going to do it, constantly thought I weren't going to finish it, constantly thought I was going to have a heart attack. So now
Whereas this time, you've already done it.
I've already done it.
So it's only a case. Yeah, so at any point that you're saying, I can't do this,
Yeah.
You know
it's
you
your
can.
mind going, well, it's difficult again. And you might even feel more difficult.
Yeah. It doesn't become as much mental
That's
because
it.
I've done
Make
it
him
before.
feel positive.
So
Yeah.
it purely becomes physical.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've said for a while that I'd like to give it another go. I don't know whether other Mark will do it, seeing as I think he's already done it 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah, but he likes
does it every
walking.
weekend, doesn't he, Mark? He's as fit as a fiddle, Mark is.
So I'm going to do that again. So as part for half failing my New Year's resolution, instead of just giving money to charity, I'm going to raise money for charity by doing that.
And how would you feel if we, for the podcast, if we recorded it audio-wise, if we recorded certain elements, we wouldn't record the whole entire walk.
I mean, I'm guessing that's fine. I don't know how listeners will feel about just listening to me panting.
Well, it
Huffing and
wouldn't.
puffing.
I can start me on OnlyFans if you want.
I think we're safe enough to say no. You can keep that one to yourself. No, we could just record sections of the walk where we have a couple of conversations, and that way
I need to. I've got to talk as
you've
well.
got to talk. Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's times when we won't talk, and we'll cut that.
Can't talk.
Can't talk. Yeah, I would just cut them bits out. But I think it would make for interesting listening for people to, hear the progress of how you're getting on and how you found it.
I tell you what, we do need, Mark.
You're looking at me, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need somebody to be at some water checkpoints, so we don't have to carry water.
Yeah.
Right, well, I
So you can drive to checkpoint.
Okay, well, I'll set up a water point at the end for you. So when you're finished,
But hold on.
or a water checkpoint at the beginning.
And I'm not having this.
What you having now?
Why would you seriously not do it with us if we said
It's really hard, Rob.
I know I've done it.
There you go. But Kirk said it's really hard.
I've done it.
That's the reason I'm not doing it.
But would you not do it now? Would you 100% say categorically?
Why am I doing it?
Why?
Yeah.
Because your friends are going for a walk
Yes,
to Three
crack on.
Peaks.
You crack on then.
But we're
Is
going
there
for
a
a
pub
walk.
up there?
Is
there
at the end there
is there a
At the
cafe up there? Well, put anything like that up the top? No.
No.
Just at the end?
Not up any one of the 3 that you do.
None of it.
Or in between.
What's the point?
Well, because there is one at the end.
Well, just go straight to end.
No, there is a pub actually halfway around, or it depends which way around you go. But there is
I mean,
a pub.
what I would say, right? I mean, 3 Peaks. That's the. But why are we doing 3? Just do 1 to test it, and then maybe move on to 2.
But-
Why are we doing 3? I don't understand.
It's called the 3 Peak Challenge.
Exactly.
Yorkshire 3-peat.
Yeah, Yorkshire, yeah.
Let's start. Right, when I play a game, I don't go straight to hard mode. I start it on easy. Right. So why am I doing 3 Peaks? Start at 1. Go.
Well,
Okay.
easy is walking up your stairs at home.
Well, that's hard. I get out of breath. I live in a townhouse. I've got 3 sets of.
Well, I tell you what, Mark. Me and you, we'll go and do a trial walk, right?
Where? Round
We
Tesco's?
could go and see that we can go and see the bomber that we talked about last week.
That is I've seen that. That's a long way.
It's not a long way.
And it's a lot
No,
hilly.
listen, it is hilly. It's not a long way, but you've got something to a
I'll
purpose.
go with Kirk because he's going to be a bit slower than me.
Listen.
So I'll go with Kirk.
Listen.
No, I'm not going with you sprinting all over.
Kirk will come with us and we'll
slow
do
us
that
down.
little
Good.
test. But I think you should do it with us. Mark will do it just for walk, I'm sure he
Mark will love it. He'll be bouncing along.
Mike herself up and we can do a little special as we walk the 3 Peaks.
Okay.
And if all
wait,
four of
there's an
us,
and.
if all 4 of us are doing it, then we can really ask our listeners to fully get behind us and sponsor us all.
Okay. Are we doing it in summertime?
Yes.
It needs to be not too hot though, because I'm going to be so out of breath. But it needs to be a bit warmer.
Yes, I agree.
Whenever Kurt wants to do it, because this was his thing.
I don't know what I'm signing up to here, but I mean,
It's hard work, mate. But
exactly, it's hard work.
nothing's impossible, is it?
Let's do it for Rob's birthday.
When's that? April time, isn't it? May.
No.
Oh, it's May.
Yeah.
See what I'm doing. What day are we talking?
Wait,
What's wrong with that question?
I'm busy.
What day are we thinking?
we don't know yet.
Maybe a Sunday.
It can be a Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday's not
I'm
the
going to
best
be careful
day.
what I say because it's getting recorded. Is this getting recorded?
It is getting recorded.
Exactly.
Sunday's not the best day because bear in mind, it's an early start, it's a pretty late finish,
Why?
and, well,
What's
some
wrong
of
with
us
that?
have work the next day. So it probably would be better on a Saturday.
Oh, when I've got work.
Wha-
So I'm walking through three like Mount Everests, and then I've got to go to work and DJ for like 7 hours, stood on my feet.
Yeah.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have work that night. But anyway.
Oh, so you're paying for my work, are you? For
Yeah,
me to me?
anyway.
Not like you, you just bang holiday days in.
Anyway, Rob,
Oh.
you completed your resolution though, didn't you?
I did, yes. And obviously everybody knows about it because I've,
It
you
was
know,
the parachute thing, wasn't it?
the parachute
Parachute
thing.
thing.
Yeah, I did the skydive.
You've
Yeah.
got a parachute on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm chuffed to bits I've done it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, ticked off the list and
Yeah, well done to you.
there is something in setting a goal of some sort for the following year and actually following it through and seeing it. There's obviously many that I've probably set and I haven't done, but that's one that I have set and I've done it. And I do feel a sense of achievement
Yep.
for doing it and ticking it off. So yeah,
Well done, you.
thank you. Obviously you didn't set any mark.
No. And I'm glad I didn't because I'm setting things I don't want to do. And I just a waste of time. I've got loads of goals I've got to do. So
Okay,
yeah.
I'll not use the word because you don't do it.
No.
Right, so have you got any? And when I say plans, I don't mean holidays.
Yeah, I've
Have
got
you
holidays. I've got loads of them
Yeah,
plans.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Have you got any goals
well,
for this year?
I have, but they're all boring ones because they're all business related. So
But that's not. But all right. But anything that's a highlight that you think you could tell us that we can hold you
Well-
accountable for next year.
for next year or this year?
This year.
Well, this year.
This year, no, not personal ones. As in, other than work like type thing.
I know that's what I was questioning you about.
I know. Well, are we talking? Well, I've got my son.
I've got.
okay.
We know you've got a son.
Is this what you're alluding to? Because I don't know. Do you know? Obviously, you know about. Obviously, you know I've got my son.
I know you've got a son, yes.
And he's going to Australia.
Right. So hold on. Rewind a second.
Yeah.
So this is what I know.
Yeah.
I think you even said it on the podcast that Ethan wants to go to Australia. But
Yes.
you said this a while back.
Yeah.
And since then, we've not heard anything.
No.
Well, I say we've heard. I know a little bit more, but so he's actually going. He's actually committed, and he's going.
He's committed in the sense of, as in, he's booked the flights. He's
Oh.
booked his accommodation in Australia.
Oh.
He's sold his car.
Oh.
I can't
it's
see
on.
him going, you know what, Dad, I've changed my... I could not see that happening.
No.
Because he's like me, once he commits, he's committed.
Well,
He's not...
Why would you change your mind? I mean, that is incredible.
It is incredible.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure some of it's sunk in, but yeah, it's incredible. Yes.
For you or for him?
For me, I think it's... Well, it has sunk in for him because he's super excited. He's really, really
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
because
good.
it's, it's... I don't want to go too much detail because a lot of it's sort of private stuff. But he's been a bit of a loose end in here. You don't know what to do as a career. I mean, he's been working, but and he's hard. It is hard, yeah. And we aren't getting sort of again too political. He's a bit like, well, UK's there's not much going for it. Energy prices are up, food prices are up.
It's gone to rat shit,
and direction we're going in, and a lot of people will say. I mean, I think that, but of course, I'm not going to up sticks and move to up at my age. But for Ethan, it's not. He's at an age where he's no commitments. He's not in a relationship a minute. He ain't got property. So why not?
Absolutely.
And of course, we had the Kiwi episode where we had I'm going to forget. It's my nephew. Is it my nephew, isn't it?
It is.
Or is
Yeah.
it my no,
Is your
I'm his
nephew?
cousin. He's mine. I'm his.
What?
No. What? I'm his. Is he my nephew?
If he's your nephew, You're his uncle.
All right, okay. Well, who's a cousin? And I think we've covered that. Anyway, I always get
They're cousins, Ethan and Jason.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I do get mixed up on it generally. So we had obviously Liam on, and
He's my nephew. Am I his cousin?
I know. I get really confused with family. I mean, don't start when it gets more complicated when you've got sisters and brothers related to. Anyway, so we had them on, and of course, Jason and Anna, they were very inspiring, and that sort of boosted them a little bit. And of course, off camera, they spoke and stuff. So there's been a lot going off in background, but he is super excited, yeah, and he's got all these plans in place and stuff. So yeah, but go on. Were you going to ask me something?
Go on, Rob.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how are you feeling about all this?
Well, listen, I'm super excited for him. I'm super excited for him because I think if I thought that he couldn't go there by himself and not do this, then because I've been the sort of forefront encouraging him. I won't say pushing him. I won't say pushing him, but you know what I mean, encouraging him and saying you can't do it. I've sort of been his number one fan, if you like, telling him you can do this. You can do this. So if I didn't think he could, I would have gone, listen, you're not going to cut. That's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. But he can, and he will. And of course he'll find it tough, and I'll find it tough. And so yeah, I'm sort of, I'm quite an emotional person anyway. So it's sort of. But at the end of the day,
bittersweet, a bit bittersweet.
But at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about him. It's about his future. And I've said that to him. I said, look, you don't need to worry about me. I've got Aidan. I'm okay. Don't worry. You go off and do this, because I think it'll reset him as a person. Because he wants to see the world. He wants to get out there. He's a people's person. He likes meeting people. So if this don't work out,
and
then
it's the perfect age to do it.
Perfect age, yeah.
How old is he?
He's 20. How old is he? Perfect age.
Perfect age. Which is...
Is he 22?
24.
Oh, it's slightly older.
I mean, you could, if it were 28, you could say it's perfect age.
Yeah, no.
18, perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the thing is, it's the perfect opportunity, should we say, for him. He is a good age to do it.
Yeah.
He's
already got a bit of life experience behind him.
Yeah.
He's not a child.
Yep.
He can look after himself.
Absolutely.
He understands that side of things. Old enough to do all the jobs that he can do.
Absolutely.
There's no limitations there. Self-sufficient enough. So yes, I agree that kind of age. Sometimes, you talk about 18 and I'm not saying you can't do it, but it becomes a different kettle of fish when you're having to get that first piece of life experience
absolutely.
as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bit of an idiot at times and a bit clumsy, but,
Wonder where he gets that from.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he's a clever kid. He's a good person. He's like I said, he's a people's person. He's good. He's very good with people. And that will get him a long way.
Yeah.
I am super excited for him, and I wish him all the best. And I know he'll go out there and he will smash it.
Oh, he will. And he's definitely got his head screwed on because he's a listener of this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. That says it all. And I was just about to say, I know you listen to the podcast, Ethan. So from me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry to go into. I know you're doing a little monologue there, but the one thing
shut up before you start.
No, but it's good, and I don't want to sort of interrupt. But one thing when we were talking about it recently, I was because he said, "Oh, I booked my flights, Dad," because he's got 3 flights, so it takes him nearly 2 days to get there.
Yeah.
And his flight price, I won't say the flight price, but I'll tell you guys off camera. But his flight price is really good, so he's got to change in these different. I think he's changed it to.
Can you not tell us? Because if you tell us over the mics, they'll change the price of his flights.
No, but I don't. No, I just don't. I don't like sharing that type of information.
Okay,
but he changes in Turkey, and then I think he changes it in Malaysia, and then he's obviously he's staying in a hostel, not an hotel, of course, when he gets there because of price. So he knows what he's initially going to do because when I've told a few people, they're like, "Well, what's he going to do?" And I went, "Well, he's got no job," and they're like, "Really?" Because he's going to get there and sort his job out. He's going to work in a bar, and then he's going to work. He does scuba diving, so he thought he might train, get his paddy licenses and do that.
Brilliant.
I mean, again, I've said,
come on,
you can do anything.
It don't get more exciting than that, does it?
Absolutely.
I know to some people it would absolutely scare the shit out of them, but for me, it absolutely makes me think, oh, amazing.
Yeah.
You go there. what's the worst that can happen if you're going out there with the determination and attitude of I'm going to make this work, no matter what.
Well, when we were talking. Obviously, we've been talking and we've been joking. And he's one of the things that I won't say worried. That's not probably the right word, but obviously, Australia is a dangerous place with regards to plants and animals. Yeah. So they've probably got most, because we were joking about it going, there's plants out there, Dad, that you can just, you'll touch dead. You know what I mean? We're just joking about it. You're like, oh, look at this lovely little pink flower type thing. Touch it, dead. Do you know what I mean? Alligators, getting you dead. Spiders, dead. Snakes, dead. Everything, type thing. We joked about it. Obviously, he's not fake. He's knows. But
keeping things light and jovial. Yeah.
But when I were talking to him about little things, because I've sort of pretty much tried to leave him alone to do his little thing. I know his mum's helped him a little bit, to bless, but. When I know, because when I said that, his mum's sort of goes a bit OTT with him, some sort of thing, and gets, I need to check this, and no, just leave him, he's fine. But when I were sort of firing questions at him, I was saying, well, have you thought about your mobile? What about a bank? What about driving? Little things like that. Now, normally I would have asked him maybe in the past, and he's going to go, I don't know. And that's sort of well, you need to think about that. And I've sort of asked him questions about that, and he's like, I can answer that, Dad, for you. And he's done loads of research. Brilliant. And I know you've been a great help for him, Rob. I know you've sort of given him a bit of help regards to some contacts in Australia and stuff like that. Yeah. That's helped him. So he's reached out to certain people, and he's, like I said, he's had his nephew. I'm getting confused again. His nephew.
His nephew?
No, his cousin.
His cousin.
Oh yeah, that's it. My nephew, his cousin. Is that right?
Yeah.
See what I mean? I get so confused. So he's had a little bit of help from him because he lives in New Zealand. I know it's a different country, by the way, but you know what I'm saying it's
closer than here.
It's closer than here. And Jason did spend some time in Australia. If you listen to the Kiwis episode, he touched on it. So he's done. There's a lot of things he knows, and he knows because when I said about this accommodation where you're staying, he went on Google Maps and he found it, and he didn't have to put the address in. He just zoomed into Google Maps and he found it. So. Normally he'd be like, well, I don't even know where Australia is. He'd be looking, I'm going, no, that's Denmark, Ethan. Or, no, that's Canada. So, it's little things like that. I mean, I know I'm sounding like he's an idiot. He's not. But, you know what I'm saying? He's all prepared. I've been asking him questions, and he's done loads of research and YouTube videos. So he's very much knows when he gets out there, he's got A, B, and C to do and stuff. So I'm excited in that bit, in that sense of words.
I mean, considering that 10 minutes ago it was trying to get blood out of a stone, getting you to talk about it. Now we can't shut you up.
Well, I know it is bittersweet, but it is all about him, and I know he'll do well. So I'll let you say your little bit then, Kirk.
So no, all I was going to say is it's weird because I've known Ethan since he was a little boy.
Yep.
And, although I've not been directly involved in his life, such, but we've been friends for a long time. And I still remember, him coming to the hotel with you when you were DJing, or doing something with your DJ equipment or whatever. And he was just a little boy. And so obviously over the years, I have seen him obviously grow into a man, and seen him, start working and, driving and stuff like that. And I know that kind of age group at the minute, I would say anything from between 18, 19 to about 25, 26. It's a really difficult age group to be in. Yeah, it's bleak. There's no chance of them getting on the housing ladder unless you've got rich mummy and daddy. You've got, not just rich. That makes it sound really awful. If you've been a bit more privileged and a bit more supported, what I'm talking about is the majority of people in that age group. Really difficult to get on the housing ladder. Really difficult to get a well-paid job, whether you've got a degree or not. For instance, a lot of them are saddled with debt from student debt or whatever. And it's not a. I agree with you, Ethan. That the country it's in a very much a holding pattern at the minute, which I did warn everyone about voting Labour, but nobody listened. And to be honest with you, especially over the next 2 or 3 years, I can only see it getting worse. There's one thing complaining about it and letting it get on top of you and letting it get you down. The thing that sets people apart in life in general are the people that stand up and do something about it.
Yeah.
No matter what the problem, no matter what the issue, the people that make it and the people that become successful in life, however you want to measure that, are the people that have the strength and the courage to be able to stand up, look in a mirror and say, I want something different and I'm going to make it happen. And there are so many people out there, especially around your kind of age group, that will spend most of their time or a lot of their time continuing to complain about it, continuing to complain about the hand that's been dealt. And it could have been easy for you to do that. I don't mean you as a person, I mean you as in your age group, your generation. And the fact that you have looked yourself in the mirror, stood up and gone, do you know what? I want better than this. I want more than this. And I'm going to do something about it. That takes bravery. It takes courage. And well done to you. And I'm very, very proud of you. I know that probably doesn't mean a lot coming from me, but from someone that has watched you grow up and that has known you since you was a kid, and that I know life throws crap at all of us, but especially your kind of generation, your age group, and the fact that you have found that strength to stand up and do something about it, I'm incredibly proud of you. Well done, and I know that there'll be hard points of it. This isn't easy. This isn't doing something like this isn't easy, but that's what creates character and the experience that dig deep, keep that tenacity, keep that focus on what you want to achieve, and smash it. And if you really go at this with which sounds like from what your dad said, a positive attitude, understanding that things are going to be tough at times, but you'll get through it, understanding the belief in yourself and that self-belief that you that you can do whatever you put your mind to, then I'm sure that in 12, 18 months, 24 months, you'll be laughing at us. You'll be looking back at us and absolutely laughing because, you've got it all at your feet. Good luck. You know where we all are if ever you need any help or advice or support. Even if it's someone just to send you some stuff from the UK or whatever. But fundamentally, mate, well done. I'm very proud of you.
I must admit, I was going to put my own 2 pence in there, but I don't think I need to. I think Kirk's absolutely smashed that. I would just say, if there's one thing I'd reiterate, it is that at certain points, there will be difficulties. That's the main thing for me. Don't give up, mate, because you've come this far, and you will have gone even further by the time you hit your first difficulty. It's difficult whether you're there or whether you're here. So just face it, deal with it, mate, and you'll be absolutely fine. Yeah.
So I'd just like to finish that little story off with regards to Ethan, a little funny story. So he sold his car, and he sold it back to the same place he bought it from, right? And it's only a little small garage in Swinton, and he's got a showroom. He's got some cars outside, but he's got a showroom, and there's only 3 cars in the showroom. That's how big the showroom is. So he sold it back to the car, and he got quite a good price on it, to be fair, because there were a couple of things wrong with the car. Well, not wrong, but it needed an MOT on it.
Yep.
The wipers had stopped sort of not working right and whatever. But he sold it back, got a good price. But literally...
Got a caved front ending where he smashed into a flower bed.
No, he not
into
smashed...
a plant pot.
Not smashed car, but like me. And he were walking, because obviously there's no car, so he's walking. He walking past the garage where his car were, and he saw his car in the garage, and as he walked past, his phone connected to the Bluetooth of the car and started playing music, and the guy that was in the showroom and music was coming out, and this guy's looking around going, where's this music coming from? and it sort of made him chuckle because obviously, because he was walking past and it connected. And I thought that was quite a funny story.
I'm glad he was listening to music.
Yeah.
So I thought that was quite a story. But I just want to sort of, because I know he'll listen to this, and more than likely when does this episode go out?
Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'm going to say that. Well, I think he's a few episodes behind, so he may be listening this on the plane or even when he gets to Australia. But I just want to say to him, and I know I've said this to him many, many times, but I am super, super proud of him. What he's done, I know we've had his ups and downs like everybody does with the kids and stuff, but I am, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not proud. I am genuinely so made up and being...
You're going to say proud, aren't you? You're not just proud, you're genuinely proud.
I'm genuinely... I can't think of another word for proud. But help me, what another word for proud or being so pleased and happy for someone, particularly somebody who's your son, or you know what I mean?
I think you're doing a great job of saying what you're saying. I don't think it doesn't need the word. Whatever
I can't think what the word is, but he's and I have said it to his face, and and he knows I am, and I am super proud of him, and I just want him to know that I want him to go out there and have a great life, really. And I love him so much.
Well done.
So
very
well
sweet,
done.
that Mark. Speaking of what you were just saying then about Ethan, I stumbled across something the other day. Obviously, I listen to podcasts as you do, Mark. You don't. For any of you that listen, you might have heard of it. It's called Modern Wisdom. Have you heard of it, Kirk?
No.
It's by a gentleman called Chris Williamson. He's from the UK, but I think he lives in America or even Australia, actually.
Shall I set this one out?
No. And anyway, I was listening to one of his most... Oh, no, it was actually on The Diary of a CEO. And he was on there. And he's released this document, the Modern Wisdom Annual Review Template, right? Now, I'm saying it because I'm going to read some of these things. It's not my work, it's his work. And if you want to download it, if you go onto his website, Chris Williamson's, just type that into Google, it'll come up. You can download this, it's free, right? And it's really good for reviewing the past year, to kind of self-reflect on what you've done, where you've come from in the last year.
Right.
And also then questions to look forward to the next year to see where you want to go.
Okay.
And it's just really helpful. And I'm not going to go through all this because there's so much of it, but I would advise anybody that wants a bit of reflection to go and have a look. It's called the Modern Wisdom Annual Review Template, and it asks things like, simply, how has this year gone? What went well? What went badly? Why? What lessons did I learn? That sort of thing. But when you got to the end, it asked some quite interesting questions that I thought I'd bring to ask. Not ask you necessarily, but...
What, mime them? Are you going to mime them?
No.
Are you not going to ask him?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is.
Have we got to guess them?
I don't necessarily mean you have to answer the question.
Well, Mark won't answer them anyway. He doesn't answer anything.
No, he won't. He won't.
I don't even know what he's talking about, to be fair, other than the podcast.
This came up in his final thoughts. One was, what would have had to have happened by the end of this year for me to look back on the year and consider it a success?
Okay. Read that.
I'm going to say, I'll read it again
for me.
Yeah. What would have had to have happened by the end of this year for me to look back on the year and consider it a success?
So is this...
When you said this year, you mean last year, don't you?
Last
Just
year.
to clarify.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah.
But what would have had to have happened by the end of last year for me to be able to sit here now and go, yes, last year was a success?
Oh, well, I know.
No. What
needs to happen by the end of this year?
Yeah.
So I can sit here in 2027 and say 2026 was a success.
Oh, so you were right the first time then?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought like same as you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're looking at me. You need an answer.
You can answer it. Yeah. I mean, I can tell you that for me, I didn't allude to it. I think I spoke about it in one of the previous episodes where I'd like to finally, but it was the hats. Tattoo and
haircut
or tattoo.
Yeah,
I'd like to have finally sort an extension out on the house.
At least got a builder out to give them a quote.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, I'm one step further than I was. I've now designed
you've got a couple of numbers.
Actual drawings for me to give to an architect to say that's what I'm looking at. Can you do the professionals?
Nice.
So I'm one step closer. But yeah, it would be that. That would be a physical thing.
Would that classify your year as a success, though?
No.
I understand that might be a goal that you want to achieve for something to be done because you've been thinking about it a long time or whatever. But when you measure, I know you can measure success in many different ways.
Yeah.
And it's a very personal thing. But would you say that would consider yourself?
No, you're right.
A successful year?
No, you're right. And I think
that's what I was thinking. Well, surely that's a goal you want to achieve.
Okay, all right. And if it was to be a success, I think two things that I'd say. One would be to double the amount of listeners for the podcast.
Yeah.
I know that's not necessarily a massive amount, but still, to double the amount of listeners than what we've got now.
Yeah.
And secondly, I think I'd like to double, if not treble the amount of double, if not more, my subscribers on YouTube for the Big Toe.
Yeah.
And I say that because it's more achievable on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's much easier than podcasting the way it all works. And that I would consider the success.
Yeah, I think that's more of a success model.
Yes.
That you can look back in 2026 and go, do you know what? That year I set out to double podcast listeners. I set out to double my YouTube subscribers, and I've done it. That's
double as listeners to 40, maybe. Is that what we're going with this?
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Yeah. I mean, mine would be very similar, but I don't want to, because obviously I'm on the same podcast as you. But But for me, again, it's all business related. I'd like to get more work in than what I've go back to how my business was way prior to COVID.
Yeah.
And that's difficult for me to do because you guys know how my business model works. I'm not a mobile DJ in that sense of the word. I'm contracted to venues, so a lot of my work, if you like, is dependent on these venues giving me the work. But of course, I know that the venues aren't, they're not sat there going, well, we'll not bother with doing any weddings this year. They're getting. They've got their own targets to meet, so of course, they're getting breathed down their own neck to go. Right, we need more bookings and stuff. So there's no point me phoning up and going, is any more work, or can we get more weddings? Because they're not going to sit there and go,
no.
Well, we've never thought of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's very little I can do with regards to that. Yeah. The only thing I can maybe do is expand the venues I have. And that gives me a greater sort of pool, a net to throw to get more in. Because obviously I've got five at the minute. So that's a difficult one for me to personally achieve type thing. Other than
getting more venues,
venues.
Don't use that as a throwaway comment, because that is the best way to grow your business.
And of course, the other one, which is not a direct one, is obviously for me. But I do this all the time. Is for me to be the best I can be at my job, and make sure that when I'm doing the gigs, is that people, the clients, the customers, or brides and grooms will think, this is great. This is a great venue. It's good service, and the DJ is good, and therefore I want to come back or bring my family. Because I don't do these gigs just going, well, that's that done, it's done. I want to do the best. You know how I am. I'm passionate about what I do. I want to do. So that's another way. But again, I'm good at every gig I do. I'm good at what I'm doing, But again, that's what I personally want to do, because my business is, I'm passionate about my business. I don't talk a lot about it on podcasts because it can be a bit boring to people and stuff, but that's what I want to sort of do. And I'm always striving to do that, and you guys know more about that than our listeners. So because all my life centres around my business, really. So over to you, Kirkman.
So what would I see as 2026 as a success?
Yeah.
Still being alive.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if I can get to 2027 and look back and I'm still there, it's
what do you think? There might be a chance you might not get there?
Well, mate, I'm getting a certain age now, and so you never know is what I'm saying. Realistically, I would like. So I start a new job this year.
Yep.
And it's a job role that I've wanted or been keeping an eye out for maybe 6 or 7 years. And they don't get advertised that often. They don't come up that often. And I've managed to bag myself it. And I'm really looking forward to that. So I think a success for me would be that I've settled into that role, that the job is as positive as what I believe it will be.
Yeah.
And that it just gives me a bit more of a level grounding, that I can maybe hit a bit of a reset button in my life, finding that work-life balance, finding a bit more what's the word I'm looking for? I'm like Mark now, aren't I?
I can help you
with
routine,
being able to schedule, being able to routine, build a routine into my life, and but I don't mean reset as in like, oh, it's all boring. I just mean new job, a job that I've fancied for a long time, that it's what I think it will be, and being able to bring a bit more control back to my life. That's what I would see as a success. And to finish writing my book.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a big one, that.
Yeah, to finish writing. I know I've spoke about it for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I have started again, picked it back up again over the last few months. and I've mainly just been re-editing it and redoing the first half of things that I've learnt, on more research and doing more lessons and classes online through the BBC and stuff. So
that's a great goal. That I love that.
So the fact that I'm now over halfway through it. It's like 50,000 words long, so only probably about another 30-ish thousand words before it would be classed as a decent sized novel. I feel as though it's taking shape well. I really do think it's taking shape well. You'd know if you'd read it, but
listen, at this point now, it's better that we just wait.
Oh, right, is it?
Because
wait till it's done and then never read it.
No. First draft.
Yeah,
and
Yeah, but yeah, it's one of them things where it's taken me longer to do than I thought. But in the middle of that, I did start a new job, and I did lose. I wanted to focus on my new job, and
Then there though, this is a hobby. This is there should be no pressures anyway. You do this for enjoyment, don't you? And therefore there shouldn't be any of that pressure.
I think what gave me a bit of a new lease of kind of passion for it was I thought, you know what? I wonder, because obviously you give it to friends or family or whatever, and the odd person that has read it has come back and said that's really good or whatever, but you can't help but think, well, are they just saying that because they want to be nice? Are they just saying that because they're friends or family?
That's why I've not read it, you see, any of it, because I don't want to be honest and go, that's a rubbish, that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know you would be honest. That's the thing. I thought, how can I get some like unique, independent advice?
Yeah.
Right. So I thought,
did you publish on some of it online?
Well, I put it on ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
So I literally thought to myself, and I know that's dangerous because once you put it on ChatGPT, it's putting it out there.
Yeah.
But I thought, whatever. The chances of it being ever published are minute, so I'm not worried about that. So I literally copied it all, everything that I've done. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, look, approach this as you would do a book editor and a story editor for books. It's my first novel, it's my first book. And please give constructive, honest feedback on pace, storyline, character development, background story, plot.
Before you go into the result of what it said, can I just clarify and ask you something? Did you put all of it on?
Yes.
Okay. Because I didn't know if you put part of it. I know you'd be like, well, putting part of it in, I won't be able to get an honest answer. But I'm like,
exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, and did you didn't type it all in? Did you? Did you just go and paste it?
It's 2025 Mark.
It's 2026.
2026.
Hello, hang on a minute. You're telling me about not being thick and you don't know what year it is.
Copy and paste has existed for a long time.
I know, but...
So I copied and pasted it in.
All of it in, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it took all them words.
Can we get on to result?
Yes, of course, yes. Yeah, so it said...
that it's shit.
No.
The survey says...
No. Do you know what? It did give me some very, very honest, like, what felt like constructive feedback. So it literally said that they thought that for my first novel that it was outstanding. The fact that I developed a whole world in there was a big task to take on for a first novel, but yet I was hitting the spot on with it. That the character development is complex, but yet good to follow. It's exciting.
I'm waiting for bad bits.
It gave it a feel of that. It said that it felt like a cross between Harry Potter and Born Identity,
which is pretty much.
Which you kind of sit there and think, well, okay.
Yeah.
And then it went on to give me some feedback about some sentence length of sentences. And then what was really cool about it is then it started giving me examples of the sentences that it pulled out of my story to kind of go, this could be shorter, stuff. And do you know, like when you kind of sit there and think, I don't know how complex or how AI is designed to work for something like that. Like, is it always designed to give you positive? Is it always designed to err on the edge of positivity?
Yeah.
Would it tell me if it was rubbish? Would it really come back and say, you've lost the plot?
Good point.
I've no idea. But do you know what? It was really nice to put it into something that was completely independent.
Yeah.
And I asked it for constructive feedback, and asked it about specific things about like pace, plot, story, characters, or whatever. And the fact that it came back and kind of said, you know what? The fact that you've built a whole world, the fact that the characters are complex, the fact that this is a big undertaking for a first novel, but you're hitting the brief, you know, and stuff like that. I just thought, well,
Yeah.
I've got to take it for.
I should probably carry on writing this.
Yeah, exactly
Good.
that. I have thought to myself, do you know what? Maybe I should at least finish it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if nothing happens with it, nothing happens with it. But at least I can sit there and go.
The thing is, these days, and I don't mean this to undermine anything or anything, but the worst case scenario, you sent the book off to be printed.
Yeah.
And you have your own book.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to get bought by Penguin Books or Penguin Publishers to become, I've succeeded.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, David Williams has gone, so maybe they're looking for a new author. You never know.
There's a gap in the market.
There's a gap in the market.
I don't think this is going to quite fill the criteria of David Williams' style.
No.
Not saying it's not great, as in it's just not for kids.
No.
Yeah, true.
No.
But there is a gap.
So,
for an artist,
so that's
for an
what
author.
success looks like for me in 2026.
Brilliant. Well, another one that
crikey.
this is slightly different. This is what would I do this year if I wanted to make 85-year-old me miserable? So this is looking
this is easy
looking
for me.
further into the future. You know what I mean? And what would you have to do this year to make the 85-year-old miserable? Not so long for you, Mark. Is there anything that jumps to mind?
What I would do now to make me miserable when I become 85?
Yeah.
Well, I guess not. Not be where I am now, because where I am, I'm quite content with where I am, with my business, with my wife, with my son, and so for me to be miserable, I'd all that to be taken away from me, and I could.
Like going backwards, you mean?
Yeah, going backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, you can easily mess your life up, can't you?
Yeah, but is there anything specifically that if you did X this year, your 85-year-old self would be, miserable, annoyed, by that decision?
Yeah, I could. I guess. I mean, I could leave Aina, for example. Why would I do that? That'd make me miserable. If that's what.
I mean, we could all talk about hypothetical situations.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'll give you mine.
Okay. Well, yeah. Give me yours.
I'll give you mine. So I don't talk about it, and because why would I?
Because it'll make you miserable.
But ever since back in the day, which is a long time ago, that I used to smoke. In that kind of long period between them, there's always been little periods where I've ended up, night out, I might have had a bit of a vape, because that's kind of the new norm now, smoking, so last century, decade. And in that time, there's been the odd occasion where I've had a bit of a vape, and I've pretty much said to myself, enough's enough now. That needs to absolutely stop.
Okay.
Never ever again. Not just for a one-off. Not because I've gone out for a drink with some friends and I've had a few beers and then think, I'll just have that. No, done. I just think and relating it to the question, because I haven't decided this based on this question, but I am very confident that the 85-year-old me will be very thankful that I did that now.
Yeah.
And if I don't do it, I think it will make the 85-year-old me more miserable than what?
Okay.
No.
More miserable than I am now.
More miserable than I already think I'll be. No. Would make my 85-year-old self miserable. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that would be mine.
I think I can answer the question as well a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of a tenuous question because there's a lot of things you could do this year that would make your 85-year-old miserable.
That's why I'm struggling with questions.
But I suppose looking at a bit more of a general thing is, I have a bit of a favourite saying. It's not my saying, by the way. It's quoted from elsewhere, but I use it a lot in work and stuff. Is the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
Right.
You know it?
Repeating the same thing and expecting a different outcome.
Yeah, so doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yes.
And I use that a lot in work environment, but I don't apply it to my life.
Right.
I don't apply it to my life. And what I think the thing is what am I waiting for? So, like for instance, this year, 2025, I've pretty much approached it the same as 2024, the same as 2023. I'll try and lose weight a bit, or I'll try and do this, or I'll try and be more active, and I try, and then it gets a bit difficult, and I stop, or I try something different, or and these things, I think to myself, do you know what? I want to be a bit more sociable. I want to make more plans and do more things, even if it's things that aren't overly expensive or anything like that. And every year I go into the year thinking that's what I want to do, and then I just put up barriers and blockers and stuff like that. And it's like, what am I waiting for? Because if I apply that same thing to myself, if I keep doing the same thing over and over and over, I'm not going to get any different results.
Yeah.
And actually, if I don't want my 85-year-old self to be miserable, I mean, I don't think I'll make it to 85.
You've said that before.
Yeah, I don't know why you
results.
said that.
I know.
Yeah, I genuinely don't. But if I did, and I don't want him to be miserable, then it's what you're right in what you're saying, Rob. It's what you do now. It's what you do now that impacts that sort of thing. So stop procrastinating and thinking, well, should I put a bit more in my pension pot? Of course, I should put a bit more in my pension pot.
Yeah,
because that's going to make sure that at 85, I'm having a better life. If I want to live to 85, if I do want to stop believing that I'm not going to reach 85, then I need to be healthier. And I know it all seems to centre around one thing with me in life, but I would say that stop doing the same thing year in, year out. Do something different. Even if it's changing one thing, even if it is just making a few more plans, or, saying yes more, or whatever it is, just do something a bit different.
Yeah. Well, this last one, which is my favourite.
Wow, there's more.
There's more.
No, this is the best.
We've kind of been dragging out these answers, Rob, thinking like, that'll be that. Or, we're going to do Wheel of Features in a minute. But no.
So this is the best question.
Settling.
Yeah. I don't think there'll be a specific answer for this one.
Oh, marvellous.
Well, that's not going to help me, is it?
Listen, because it's not looking at it from your perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if your life was a movie, what would the audience be screaming at the screen for you to do?
Right now?
Yeah. I just think the question is fantastic, because it makes you think, not what am I thinking, not what are my intentions, but what's everybody else looking at me, and if my life was a film, what are they looking at this point? It's like, it's the horror movie, isn't it? Don't I'll be right back. No, don't. That's not going to work for you, And what do other people, if they were watching your life as a film, what are they screaming at the screen? And I just think the question's fantastic. It really makes you think.
I don't think that it would be screaming at the screen sort of thing, but I think the general consensus that people would be thinking if they were watching my life almost like the Truman Show, and like looking in on my life or whatever, and then asked to comment on it or have an opinion on it, I think the general feeling would be actions speak louder than words.
Okay.
That I can say the right things. I can say what I need to do. I can say what I need to do better. I can say what I want to do better. I can say what I want to achieve. But no amount of saying it is going to make any difference.
No.
I've been saying it for long enough.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
Get off your ass and do something about it.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
Ethan's done.
Yeah. I genuinely think if there was an audience watching now, I think they'd be screaming at me to leave my current job, not specifically just that job, but engineering, and go into TV, film production.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we scream at you to do that.
Yeah,
probably
we
where
do.
I get it. Well, not just that. Every time I do something little at work, and to me, it's like naff. It's rubbish. But I'll do something at work that's film related. Can you make us this? Do it. And the comments are like, well, you're in the wrong job, mate.
Rob, listen, there is no two ways about it, and I've been saying it for long enough, right? And I know, don't get me wrong, not as easy as this, and there's a whole plethora of things that you've got to consider. You've got responsibilities and stuff, so absolutely, that it's your life, but there is no two ways about it. You are designed, you are built to do something in production, whether that's video editing, whether it's video creation, whatever it is. You are designed to do that. The one thing that stands people out for as a great cinematographer or a great director or a great producer of creative media is vision. the idea in the first place, how you want it to look at the end, and being able to generate that final result. And that is what you've got. That is what you've got in spades and spades and spades. And I just wish that you could see in a mirror what other people see in you.
Yeah.
Because I get that it would be a risk, of course, and it's not for me to say take that risk. You know, you've got responsibility. I get that, you know, but I'm telling you now, you are built and designed to do that, 100%.
Time at the bar, please.
I definitely think as you know, when I read these questions, and there's way more than these, you really do start to think and realise, well, yeah, if I reflect on last year, what actually happened last year, how far did I get, what did I achieve? I didn't really achieve anything more than the year before when it came to my production and stuff. And I should have done. And so then when I reflect it forward or cast it forward onto this year, then what am I going to do different to be able to do more, you know? There are serious questions that I'd like to
I think
answer.
the thing is, Rob, we're going back to what I've said before about like when making decisions and stuff. And it's not easy. Of course it's not easy. But the thing is when to make a move into something like creative media and stuff like that, there will be an element of risk.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that when we've spoke before over the past 2 or 3 years about stuff like this, it's almost as though you're waiting for a surefire thing. Like, oh, if I do this now, there's no worries, there's no risk, because it's there.
Yeah.
And the thing is of course there's probably a 1% chance of something falling in your lap.
Yeah.
But there's probably 99% of the thing that it will always be a risk. There'll always be some element of risk.
Absolutely.
And it's all about whether you're going to be able to and willing to face that, because that's probably one of your biggest fears in life is that risk, is that taking that risk, that leap of faith. You know, but I see it. Do you know what? Sorry, I know it's going off on a bit of a tangent, right? But I started following a guy on TikTok, and he's just a normal, everyday guy. You can literally see just normal, everyday guy, right? I remember watching his first few videos that were 2-3 people had liked it. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing? And literally, he'd come into some money, and he'd come into 20,000 quid, right? And he was a big Formula One fan, and he decided that he was going to try and do a bit of a thing where he was going to try and go to every Formula One race last season within this £20,000 budget. And he was going to try and do it within his holiday allowance at work. Obviously, he was doing almost like daily drops of how he was trying to work it out. He then did, obviously, filming at the circuits when he was going to them. He then did budget breakdowns, how much the flight cost, how much the accommodation cost, the ticket cost, giving other people hints and tips about where to stand, where to sit in the things. And throughout the season, as social media does, he just started picking up a bit more traction, got a few more followers. He got to the point where he went to the Monaco Grand Prix. While he was there, he got messaged while he was on. He got messaged through TikTok from someone that saw his channel and invited him onto their yacht to be able to watch the race from the yacht.
Wow!
He got invited to one of the garages one week. He got invited to corporate hospitality one week, and he just started picking up momentum throughout the year. So he got to the point where he'd finished his task, he'd finished his done. He ended up spending, I think, something like £1,000 over his 20 grand, and I think he had to use something like 2 days unpaid leave. And then a lot of people were saying at the end of the season, well, are you going to do it again next season? Because from what it seemed like, that he'd only got this 20 grand once. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. He was still working in between, you know.
Yeah.
And then he literally posted a video, I think it was yesterday, and you can just see the look on his face, right, of just pure disbelief and honest to God gratitude that basically Heineken, who sponsor a lot of the Formula One, have sent him a Formula One season ticket, which basically means that next year, him and a guest, he can take a guest to every single Formula One race.
Yeah. Wow.
And the reason why I've just said that is he was just an everyday lad working, enjoyed the F1, thought he'd do this bit of a challenge, and thought, do you know what? One day he thought to himself, do you know what? I'm going to press record on my phone.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is although there may have not been much risk in with that, apart from the fact that he was just going to blow 20 grand in the year on Formula One. Sometimes it is just about getting to a point where you think, sod it, I'm gonna go with it and see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's for me. There's a lot of people I know that annoy, especially you, Mark, on social media about these influencers and stuff like that. But these people are literally taking control of their own lives.
Yeah.
Taking control of their own income, taking control of their own careers, and not getting bogged down with the rat race of that bogs us down on a day-to-day basis. And
the influencer that, I mean, obviously, this guy's not an influencer in my eyes.
He wasn't selling anything.
He wasn't selling anything. I mean, my thoughts on influencers is they're just trying to flog stuff and they're trying to influence me to buy it. And I'm like, I don't want him to be influenced. So that's slightly different. But, going back to what you've said to Rob, and obviously everything Kirk said to you, Rob, about how you are, I absolutely agree. And I've said to you off camera about what you do, and you're great at what you do.
Thank you.
And you absolutely need to get a job in doing that sort of thing. And I saw, I'm going to sound a bit like your dad, but in the sense,
can you do it in a Scottish accent then?
Yeah, because he's Scottish. Is that I did something similar when I was 18 when I set up my disco business. You know what I mean? In the sense that that's what I wanted to do. And of course, that's what I did, and I was 18, and I'm still doing it now, 38 years later.
Yeah.
And although my business is not massive, it's something I do what I love to do, and I'm lucky enough to just do this as a job now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you just want to do a bit of editing now and again at weekends and in a bit. I'm not saying that, but the process what I do is what you need to do, and I took a risk by. I didn't take a risk by starting DJing 18 because I had two jobs at the same time, a bit like you. But then, of course, as you know, about 15 years ago now, I decided to leave my job, what I did, and do discos full time. And I do it full time. Now, when I say full time, as you know, guys, I don't work Mondays mornings and Tuesday afternoons. But you know what I'm saying.
Or Wednesdays, or Thursdays, or Friday.
Just Friday, Saturdays. But it's the fact that, like anything in life, you only get things when you take risks. All the people that if you look at all these, Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or Facebook guy, it's all about risk. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that. I mean, you could, but you're not taking risks like they're doing. But the only way people make money is by risk taking. Yeah. You're never going to be, unless you forget the lottery, but that's the only way you're going to make money. And I know this is not about money. This is about doing something you love. So that's why I'm talking about me. I do something I love, and I took a risk by leaving my job to concentrate on my business. Yeah. And that was a risk, because I'm giving up a full-time job to just doing DJing. And that's what I think you need to do. And Kirk's right. You're sort of waiting around for the right moment, which I understand. But that right moment's never really going to come around. I mean, I'm not saying you don't enjoy your engineering, but you know full well that you'd prefer to be doing what you love than your engineering job.
Yeah.
But it's a risk. I mean, it was a risk to me. I know your risk would be different to mine, but it is taking that risk, and that is the big jump. But again, as I've said before, anybody who takes a risk is they're the one who's going to benefit or potential, because you're not going to, if you don't take the risk, then you're never going to get. It's like Ethan. It's all right him going, well, I want to go to Australia, I want to do this. If he doesn't do it, then he's never. Okay, he might not achieve what he wants to do. I mean, he will, but he might not. Yeah. But he's not going to do it if he doesn't. Do you know what I mean? It's like playing lottery. I want to win lottery. Do you play lottery? No, but you're never going to win it then. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So
those who say they can and those who say they can't are both usually right.
Yeah. So
I think I've heard that one before.
Take that risk, Rob.
Well, I can tell you, I'm going to go through that annual review template, and there's a whole lot more on there, and hopefully by the end of that I will have maybe got to the bottom of why I'm what the blockers are. Mm-hmm. I know there's blockers there, I know there's things there, and hopefully I'll get to the bottom of it. Speaking of blockers,
yes,
shall we spin the wheel?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, it's spinning.
What's it gonna be?
Oh, this is so exciting. Go on. He's nearly there. The Wheel of Features.
So last week was Kazoo Song Is It Anyway?
It was.
That was great, wasn't it?
Do you realise we've had quite a few comments, about this? Mark?
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple. I think
Literally,
yeah.
one of my favourite comments was a listener wrote in and put, "Thank you for bringing Mark playing the kazoo into our lives."
Oh, this is from Charlotte, wasn't it? From Charlotte.
Was that a thing? Yeah.
Thank you for bringing Mark playing the kazoo into our lives.
I'm glad Charlotte enjoyed it. I'm glad I've sort of made her little world. A
little world. How do you know it's a little world?
Well, a big world then. I don't know. Whatever.
Everything's little for Mark.
Yeah,
isn't it?
everything's little. I'm glad. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, as it happens, we got it right, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
What was it?
The Human League.
Human League.
Don't you want me, baby? Yeah.
Say I'm good. I'm not kazoo thing.
Yeah.
Might land on it again today.
It
Mark's on
might
it.
do.
I might do it again.
Shall we spin it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Do you want me to spin
Yeah,
it?
you go on.
Do you want to go up and...
Yeah,
okay.
you do it.
Here we go.
Right, here we go. Let's spin it.
Yay!
Song downloading. Complete. Lyric analysis. Complete. AI jukebox jam.
Connection lost.
Came in too early.
It's your own trailer.
I
Isn't
know.
it?
I'm going to say you should know how he sounds like.
No, why did she carry on?
Now, if I were coming to it, you'd be snapping at me.
Oh, he would. He'd be saying, "What are you talking for? Let it finish."
Yeah, I would.
Let it finish.
We'd have to re-record everything.
Absolutely.
Anyway, go on.
Without all this, I could have edited it out, but now I just have to leave it in.
No, we don't. There's no editing now.
Point out the
We're
obvious
pros.
mistake.
We're pros.
Right, so AI Jukebox Jam. I've given AI a song and asked it to tell us the meaning of that song.
Okay,
and
got
you're
it.
going to
Got it.
reverse engineer the song.
Yeah.
Okay. So, something celebrates rebellious fun, music, and freedom of spirit, even in confinement. Something celebrates rebellious fun, music, and freedom of spirit, even in confinement. Now, I don't believe...
You've definitely
Mark,
not had this.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
What are you going to say? What were you going to say to me there, Bob?
You can't say that like you normally do. That just fits any song.
No, I was ready to say it, and I was like, that's not so wishy-washy as they usually are.
No.
But I'm going to take a guess at...
Are you sure we haven't had this before?
No, we've never had this before, because I would have said it were wishy-washy, and it's not wishy-washy.
I honestly, I'm really sure we haven't.
Okay.
Why do you think we have?
Yeah.
Why do you know the answer?
I think it's Jailhouse Rock.
And have we had Jailhouse Rock before?
Yes.
Then yeah, we've done that one. Do you want to talk amongst yourselves while I just quickly get another one?
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I have got another one. Right. So, something is about overwhelming desire, obsession, and intense attraction.
Have we had this before?
No, but I know you're going to go, this is wishy-washy.
Say it again.
Wait, go on.
Something is about overwhelming desire, obsession, and intense attraction.
Again, could apply to lots of songs.
Yeah, good.
It's going to be... oh dear. It sounds like we've had this before. Is it not a Whitney Houston one? Is it from...
I'm going to give you one more time
What
because
body-
this has been a long episode and I'm going to give you time to think about it.
Right.
So something is about overwhelming desire, obsession, and intense attraction. Think about it carefully. Have a great week.
Sorry, just a little bit at the end. Just for everybody that's reached out after last week's episode, wishing Mark well, and sending the love. He really appreciates it. He's read all your comments.
Yep.
He's keeping an eye on the socials. Thank you very much. It means a lot. So thank you.
See you later, boys.
Yeah.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for your continued support with our independent podcast. Did you know that you can interact with us and other listeners on Facebook, on the Chat In Tap Room Facebook group? You can also get in touch via email, innthechat@gmail.com, and of course on any of our socials. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.